Welcome back to the Playbook from Agency Focus, the show for agency owners who are done pretending we'll figure it out as we scale as a strategy. I'm John Suder, and this is my partner in crime, Bart Mroz.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. All right, Bart, quick scenario for you. Your delivery team walks into a kickoff call. The client's already annoyed. Why? Because sales promised something 8 weeks ago, and delivery is only hearing about it right now, live in front of the client.
And everybody says, okay, we need a better onboarding doc.
Yeah, but that's not really the problem, is it?
No, it looks like an onboarding, but it's not onboarding, it's RevOps.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Bart's latest piece. His argument is that agencies have had a RevOps problem this whole time. They just never called it that. So let's get into it. All right, Bart, walk me through it, because when most agency owners hear RevOps, they think it's a SaaS company thing. Big software company, big ops team. That's not us.
That's what I want to fix today. RevOps is not about the size of the company. It's about, does sales, delivery, and account team, do they all know the same thing, or does everybody find out from each other too late?
Yes, whisper down the lane. All right, so let's slow down. Let's really dig into that. Give me the simplest version of that. What's RevOps in your words?
For me, it's simple. RevOps means sales, delivery, and account team. They work from the same information, not somebody tells me later, not secondhand.
All right, secondhand. Say more about that word, because I think that's the whole episode right here, secondhand.
Yeah, secondhand means you don't hear it from your own team, you hear it from the client. Sales promised something, delivery didn't know, client says it on the call. Now delivery teams in front of the client. That's secondhand.
I can imagine that's pretty embarrassing. So you're supposed to be the expert in the room, but the client just taught you something about your own deal.
It's always fun when that happens. Yes, and people think, oh, the new person didn't read the contract. But it's not that. There's no shared place where the information lives. Sales knows it's in their head or in one email or in contract or in some SOW. Nobody else sees it.
That's crazy. All right. So let's get into some stats, because I like stats, and you back this up hard in the piece. First one that jumped out at me, 78% of B2B companies now have a dedicated RevOps function. That's up from 48% in 2023.
3 years and it almost doubled. That's fast. That tells you companies feel the pain.
And the why should I care number, companies with real alignment between teams grow 11% a year. The ones without it, just a paltry 1%.
Under 1% is not really growing. Your costs go up every year. So under 1%, you're actually going backwards.
Right. So then there's retention, 113% net revenue retention for top companies, 98% for the bottom.
Under 100 means you lose clients faster than you grow. The ones you stay, that's a bad direction.
Yeah. And this next one should make people uncomfortable. 31% of ops teams say bad data costs them at least 20% of their annual revenue. That is not a piece of change laying on the ground.
20%, not a little bit. On a $2 million AG, that's $400,000 gone. Just because nobody agree which spreadsheet is the real one.
Oh my God. That last stat is almost a twist. 67% of RevOps leaders are cutting tools right now, not adding them.
Right? Because this was never about buying more software. That's the big mistake agencies make.
All right. So this is real and not just a buzzword. How does an agency owner actually check themselves before they wreck themselves? You give 3 breakpoints in the piece. Let's go over them one at a time.
First one, shared single layer. Simple question. Does delivery know what sales promise before the client has to say it? Most agencies don't have a real handoff. What they have is the founder remembers everything and a few emails.
Okay, that works great if you're like in a small agency with 5 people, but if you're up from that, you're trying to scale, that doesn't work. That's no bueno.
Yes, 5 people, 10 people, it's fine. Everybody sits close. Everybody has here's everything, but not always. It's not even fine in that scenario. Then you hire your third account manager, and now the founder's memory is not a system anymore. It's a bottleneck.
Yeah, that doesn't work. All right, give me breakpoint 2.
Unify execution timeline. This one is easy to measure. Timeline between signed contract and first real delivery meeting. I say 2-3 business days is healthy.
And if it's way more than that, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Then people think we need to hire more staff, but usually that's wrong. The team is fine. The handle is broken.
All right. So give me breakpoint number 3.
Pipeline first measurement. Are you tracking new revenue and expansion revenue grow from existing clients in the same pipeline, or does expansion just happen by accident and nobody manages it?
And I guess most agencies are in the happy accident camp.
Most, yeah, they treat upsells like a lucky surprise, not something you planned for. So they leave growth on the table inside the clients they already have.
All right. So you've got a section in the article on tool stacks in here. Stack sprawl, you called it? Walk me through that.
Stack sprawl.
Stack sprawl.
Sounds like a fun game.
Sounds like sarsaparilla. Go ahead. Tell me about stack sprawl.
Stack sprawl is old CRM, a proposal tool, project management tool, invoicing software, and then real social truth, somebody's personal spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's always a spreadsheet. Like someone's got something, they're working in Basecamp, the other guy's working in Miro. Yeah, that's
Or
always a
5
problem.
spreadsheets, or a custom spreadsheet, or
Right.
not in the CRM.
Right.
What are we doing?
Right.
And my point is not buy one big platform to fix it. My point is before you buy anything new, first check, can sales, delivery, and account team already see the same data today? If they can't, a new tool just doesn't give you the truth, a fourth place to hide.
Yeah, so it sounds like a one unified data source, which isn't always the case, like we just said, which connects right back to that stat 67% of leaders cutting tools, not adding them.
Exactly. Fewer places for the truth, not more software. I don't really care if you put it on a notebook as long as that notebook is shared.
Yeah, as long as it's shared. Great point. All right, let's connect to some of this other research we've been pulling for the newsletter because I think it lines up. We had that benchmarking data. 43% of all B2B churn happens in the first 90 days, not during delivery, during onboarding.
That is exactly the window I'm talking about. The 2 to 3 day handoff, the shared information, that's the first 90 days. If RevOps is broken, it's loudest right there. That's when the client decides what they think of you.
And we saw retainer clients churn at 18% a year versus 40% for our project-based work. Does that connect for you?
I think so, yeah. A retainer relationship, you get more chances to catch a bad communication before it becomes a breakup. Project work, maybe you don't get a second kickoff call to fix the first bad one.
Yeah. What we keep hearing from agency owner is they think the fix is we need to communicate better, like it's a culture thing.
I mean, sure, but you don't fix communicate better with a pep talk. You fix it putting the information in one place so nobody has to remember to say it out loud.
Which is basically your whole thesis in one sentence, right?
Yep. It's not about the hiring one person with fancy title, head of RevOps, or in my case, head of revenue. It's about doing the discipline that title means, even if it's just you and 2 other people doing it part-time.
All right. So if someone's listening right now, running a $2 to $5 million agency, or even a $2 to $10 million agency, what would they do this week?
3 things from the baking points. 1, check, does the delivery really see what the sales promises before the client has to say it? If the answer is, sort of, maybe, kind of, I don't know, that's your shared signal layer problem.
All right. Your second thing.
Time your own handoff from signed contract to first real delivery meeting. If it's more than a week, that's not hiring problem. That's a process problem.
All right. To wrap it up, the third one.
Look at how you track expansion revenue. If it's not in the same pipeline as new business, you're treating growth in your own clients like luck, not like a plan.
Before anybody goes and buys software to fix this,
Check first.
not check, please.
Not check, please, but check first. Check first. Can the 3 teams already see the same data? A new tool will not fix truth that's gathered in 5 different places.
All right. Do you recommend a tool for people to track this, or is this a whole other podcast?
I mean, like I said, I don't actually care. Like, have a notebook, have a spreadsheet, plenty of tools. There's plenty of right now between Notion and Basecamp and Jira. Like, just have a place where, or Google Docs, just have a place where there's a good handoff going on.
Yeah. So make sure you all get out there and share. All right. The article is Revs Up Isn't a SaaS Problem, written by Bart. The link is in the show notes. Worth reading in full for the breakpoints alone.
And tell us, do you have one of these angry kickoff call moments? We want to hear your story.
We'd love to hear your story. And if you got any comments, please drop us an email or leave something in the comments. We'll get back to you. We'd love to have your opinions and thoughts on the show. Remember, the Playbook Podcast is a production of Agency Focus and 1459 PM. Follow Agency Focus wherever you're listening. And for more insights like this, as I said, subscribe to our weekly newsletter, The Playbook. Links are in the show notes. See ya.
See ya.
Adios. Adios for
Amigo.
our Espanol friends. Adios.
What do you do now,